In this video, we will be seeing how to use continue statement in C program. So continue statement is one of the jump statements or loop control statements, which when encountered will skip the execution of remaining statements of the block in which it is present and continues with the next iteration. So it skips execution of remaining part of the block in which it is present for the current cycle, and it executes the remaining cycles by or executes the remaining cycles or continues with the next iteration. So now let's see how it works. So syntax for using continue is the jump statement or condition which is used followed by the continue keyword and semicolon. So this is the syntax for using continue in a C language program. So we can say continue when executed, continue statement skips the execution of current cycle and continues with next iteration or cycle. So continue statement, when we execute continue statement, it skips the execution of current cycle for which the condition is written and it continues with next iteration. So we have seen break statement already, which when executed, it stops execution of particular block in which it is present and comes out of the block or loop. And then the remaining program execution continues. So break when executed within a block, it completely stops execution of that particular block and comes out of that block. Whereas in case of continue, it stops execution only for a particular cycle and continues with the next cycle. So it will not stop execution of complete loop, but only of a particular cycle for which the condition is written. So now let's see it how to use in for loop. So as we know, for loop contains three expressions: initialization, semicolon, the condition, and then the increment or decrement part. And within the for loop, we have statements for execution, and then we can keep a jump statement followed by continue, and then after continue also we may have statements. So in this case, what happens? The for loop, based on this condition, executes these statements, and when for a particular jump statement, suppose we write here some jump statement for which the continue has to be executed, then according to this jump statement, continue will be executed, and whenever this continue gets executed, the remaining statements are skipped. Continue gets executed and the remaining statements are skipped. So continue executed and remaining statements of that particular block are skipped. And then it goes to increment or decrement part, increments the cycle, and then continues with the next cycle or iteration of same block. So it will not stop the block execution, but only for that current cycle, it stops execution. So whenever continue gets executed, it will skip the statements which are present after continue for that particular cycle and continues with next cycle. So now let's see how it works in a C program. On the screen, you can see a file, .c file. So here I'm including the standard input output header file. And then in this, I will be adding the void main function and then starting off main. Now within main, I will be using the for loop where I'm going to use I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus as the three expressions. And because we have used I, we need to declare I. So I'm declaring here I, and then within for loop, I will be using printf for printing hi. And then I will be using a condition or jump statement where I'm comparing I value to 3. And then for that third cycle, I will be using continue. So when the I value is 3, continue gets executed. Now I will be writing another statement after continue, which will be printing goodbye. And after the for loop, I will keep here a statement out of for loop. So this is the C program where we have used the for loop. Within the for loop, we kept one statement before continue, one statement after continue. For the cycle where I will be 3, at that time continue is encountered. So when I will be 4, I will be continuing. The execution will be continuing. Only for I equal to 3, it stops here and continues with next iteration by skipping this line or statement. So let's compile first, 0 errors or warnings, and then let's run it. So now you can see hi, goodbye, okay. So we did not give end of line. So I'm giving here end of line before every string. So compile and run. So you can see hi, goodbye for first cycle, hi, goodbye for second, for third, that is 0th, 1, 2, and for 3 we got only hi but no goodbye, then fourth again hi, goodbye. So if you want, you can also print the cycle. Like here I'm giving percentile %d and also printing here I value. So here I value also we will be getting for 0 we got, for 1 we got, 2 we got, but 3 I got only hello, and 4 I got hi and goodbye again. And then we came out of the loop. So for all the cycles we got the before and after statements executed. Before statements before continue and statements after continue got executed, but only for the third cycle it has executed the statements which are before continue, but after continue the statements are skipped. After execution of continue, when the continue statement is encountered, the statements which are present after continue for that particular cycle are skipped and it continues again with the next cycle. But in case if we are using break here, it will stop for the cycle and then will not continue with other cycles also. So when we use break here, it will be stopping execution for third and it will not continue for fourth also. It will completely stop execution for the block and comes out of the loop in case of break. So that is the difference between break and continue, and that is how continue statement is used in a C program. So thank you for watching the video. And for more updates on C programming, please do subscribe the channel.